We all have to remember that we're all from immigrants in America, so.
I think of the agriculture industry.
Honestly, like Ellis Island. You know, everyone immigrating over. That's the first thing I think of when I hear of immigration.
Opportunity
ISIS.
has been Mexicans coming across the border.
Just people coming into the United States from other countries to find better lives.
It's a problem that needs to be solved.
I don't think that they're taking American jobs. I think they're doing really honest, hard work.
No.
I mean, technically, yes.
I think that if anything, they're taking the jobs that nobody else wants to do.
Possibly.
If you're looking at agricultural workers, definitely not, because for the most part, U.S. citizens aren't going to be doing those sorts of jobs. It's going to be done by a lot of H-2A laborers.
Absolutely not. I feel like, shit, man, we're all taking jobs from each other. You know what I mean? It's not like we're entitled to them any more than they were.
That's why I don't think it can be tackled with any kind of like policy reform. I think it has to come organically from a people's perspective.
I think if we build a wall, it would be a great solution to solve the immigration problem.
You know, I'm not really informed on this topic.
Putting them on a path to citizenship would, I think, help them out a lot.
Probably the wall.
If we were to maybe be a little more informative about it and a little more welcoming, we might not have the problem of illegal immigration.
I honestly couldn't say.
I don't think there's any easy solution to immigration. Like, deporting everybody obviously isn't a solution, because then you're going to have no one working the fields. And allowing free and open immigration obviously isn't going to be a solution, because then you might actually get some immigrants taking jobs from American citizens.
Farmers in California are faced with an increasing issue of a labor shortage, combined with the climbing prices associated with the little labor they can find. Bloomberg Politics reports the average hourly wage of a U.S. agricultural field worker in April was $12, according to a survey conducted by the USDA. That's up 5.6% from a year earlier. As a vice president of an agricultural productions company describes, if you look just at the California minimum wage increase, for every dollar an hour it goes up is another $1 million in wages we have to pay over the course of a year, and that doesn't include the benefits package. Comments regarding immigrants made by President Trump during his campaign, such as building a wall along the border, has implanted in the minds of the general public the impression that immigrants make no positive contributions to American society. This has impeded progress towards allowing potential farm workers to reach employers in the U.S. The labor supply is not going up, no matter what anybody says, one Kingsburg, California farmer states. The farm owner continues, we are probably at half the volume of stone fruit that we were perhaps 10 years ago. We have lost blocks of fruit this year simply because we couldn't get the labor we needed. It's not going to get any better. We're at a tipping point where we need a combination of technology and labor to help us stay competitive. I can't keep raising my prices. It won't work in the marketplace. Should California's immigration policy continue in the direction of closing the borders, what could potentially be up to 61% of fruit production in the United States could be lost to other countries, according to the American Farm Bureau Federation. Tom Nassif of the Western Growers Association poses the question, how do you compete with that when you have more regulations and less labor?
The importance of this issue is immense. California agriculture is a $47 billion industry and responsible for millions of jobs. Thus, an issue in agriculture affects everyone. For example, the rate of population growth and the rate of food production are not in mutual flow. The UN DESA report estimates that the world population will grow to over 9 billion people on the planet by the year 2050. In order to feed the world's growing population, farmers must produce more food in the next 50 years than they have in the past 10,000. All while land is becoming less available. According to research done by Monsanto Company, this means most crop yields will have to increase by 60%, forcing farmers to learn how to do a lot more with a lot less.
In 2015, President Obama proposed an immigration plan that would allow amnesty for illegal immigrants that fulfilled certain requirements. These undocumented immigrants must come forward and register, submit biometric data, pass criminal background and national security checks, and pay fees and penalties. These immigrants with provisional citizenship will still not be eligible for tax credits, subsidies, or other federal benefits, but they will be able to apply for jobs and be protected by labor laws. Before the law could be passed, the Supreme Court shut down and blocked the proposal from passing. As a group, we believe that were this law to be passed, we would not be faced with an extreme labor shortage. The Salinas Valley is where the labor shortage is the most prevalent. Adopting technology can combat this difficulty.
Technology will become more influential throughout the U.S. agricultural sector as new technologies become more practical than labor over the next decade. Rising labor costs, scarcity of resources and labor, and accelerating global demand will all contribute to increased technology, which will boost efficiency and productivity. A deal to raise California minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2022 was reached by Governor Jerry Brown and state legislators. It will boost wages of about 6.5 million California residents, or about 43% of the state's workforce who earn $10 or less. It will make a big impact on farmers in California, especially because immigration is expected to decrease in the coming years. Farmers that own an operation will be forced to lay off workers and seek a solution that may very likely be technology. Because of small profit margins and potential for advancements in technology and agriculture, the industry is relying on the future investments in and refinement of that technology. While U.S. immigration policies will remain an issue, it is the economic development that will reduce the labor pool and require agriculture to push the sector towards more technology.
Technology. Improvements vary on the type of fruit, vegetable, or commodity being harvested. An example of how efficient technology varies from one product to another depends on the machines and product. Strawberry machines called agrobots not being efficient enough to machines that harvest corn being super efficient. Agrobots are designed to harvest strawberries, but it has a lot of room for improvement, both technically and cost-wise. But a few farmers are currently using them. On the other hand, machines for commodities like corn allows businesses to maximize profitability, increase operation efficiency, and cut labor costs. Another example of machines being adopted to cut the cost of labor is the bunny rob. The bunny rob destroys 120 weeds per minute compared to workers who are walking through the fields and taking more time to do it. Another machine that is used on fields is the Blue River Lettuce Bot. It thins out lettuce fields. This machine was built by Blue River. What it does, using sensors, it detects insects and weeds and it sprays pesticides on those areas only. According to Blue River, it can treat up to 5,000 plants in a minute.
In conclusion, California agriculture has been faced with an increasing shortage of labor in the recent years. In addition, climbing prices for commodities and the possibility of our new president-elect's potential alterations to immigration policy have put the entire industry at risk. Previous policies, such as President Obama's 2015 immigration plan to allow amnesty to illegal immigrants, could have aided the labor shortage crisis, but were shut down by the Supreme Court. To face these challenges, we suggest a larger investment towards improving technology in order to combat the labor shortage and increase productivity. While millions of dollars are being invested into technology, according to Western Growers CEO Tom Nassif, it should be in the multi-billions. With $47 billion in revenue and millions of jobs on the line, investing in new technologies combined with the reworking of how we approach immigration in order to provide the industry with a larger labor force is the clear solution to the labor shortage. New technologies such as the Bunny Rob and the Agrobot have the potential to cut costs of labor, improve efficiency, and increase overall production. It will be a slow process, but increasing the rate of technological advancement to match the increasing rate of labor shortage should be a #1 priority for Californian agriculture. Thank you for watching.